You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Sports 2 fans, we're going to be talking about boxing legend Mike Tyson. Once upon a time, this man was the baddest man on the planet. In the 1980s, he just cleaned out the heavyweight division. And I remember 1990 against Buster Douglas. I thought it was a joke. Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas? Really? Man. But I got to admit, guys, that 4-year stretch from 1986 to 1990 was probably the most spectacular era of boxing we ever seen. A Mike Tyson boxing match was something like we had never seen before. I mean, he was just wiping everybody out. And then, he retires. The way he went out, man, I remember that last fight, his last professional fight, it was pretty sad, man. Mike Tyson knocked out to a tomato can. Didn't like it. But Mike Tyson actually fought Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition match. What was that, a year ago or so? And I know they called it a draw, but Mike Tyson, man, really wiped the floor with Roy Jones Jr. They're both all-time greats, but Mike Tyson looked way better than Roy Jones in that fight. But Mike Tyson has made some interesting comments now, guys. He's talking about his own mortality now. Now, I believe Mike Tyson is 54 or 55 years old, somewhere around there. He thinks he's close to death. Check this out. On Breitbart, it says here, really soon, boxing great Mike Tyson thinks he is close to death. This is very interesting, guys. I mean, this is a picture of Mike Tyson right here. Looks like he's in pretty good shape for his age. But it says this. The heavyweight champ broached the topic on his podcast, Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, when he told trauma therapist Sean McFarlane that he feels he is really close to dying, according to the New York Post. Now, overall, Mike Tyson didn't take a lot of punishment during his boxing career. Yeah, near the end he did. He got knocked out by Lennox Lewis in 2002. I actually lost money on that fight because I actually put money on Tyson. He hadn't taken a whole lot of punishment, though, in his career. I know he's lost, I believe, 5 fights. But during his prime, he was wiping everybody out. You couldn't get a clean hit on this guy. But he says this, quote, "We're all going to die one day, of course," Tyson insisted. "Then, when I look in the mirror, I see those little spots on my face. I say, wow, that means my expiration date is coming close really soon." Close quote. He went on to say that fame and fortune is not everything many people think it is. Quote, "Money don't mean shit to me," Tyson added. "I always tell people they think money's going to make them happy. They've never had money before. When you have a lot of money, you can't expect nobody to love you. How am I going to confess my love to you when you have $500 billion? Now, during Mike Tyson's heyday, we know that he blew $300 million. So do I believe that money means much to Tyson? I really don't. I'm pretty sure he does love having money like everybody else. He really does. But I find his comments here very interesting. He's talking about looking at the spots on his face and thinking, I'm going to die soon. I don't know exactly what he means by this. I don't. We're all aging. I mean, when I look in the mirror now versus 10, 15 years ago, yeah, I look older. I'm about to be 45 here in the next week. I have gray hair. I have spots on my face too. And Tyson is like 10 years older than me. But I don't know if he's just going to be dying really soon. I mean, he's still relatively young. I mean, this man can actually live for another 30 years. And he'll be like, 85 years old. He could. Maybe he can make it to 90. I'm not really sure. But he's in his mid-50s. This is pretty young even in today's age. But maybe Mike Tyson is thinking something that he's not telling us or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know, guys, but what do you think of this? What do you guys think of Mike Tyson's comments that the end seems to be near for him and that he's close to death? Is he being facetious here, or do you think he's dead serious? I don't really know. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports 2 fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.